Hi guys, I'm Pete Matthews and welcome to the Galvanyze guide on how to create your own showreel. Before I get onto the actual showreel creation, I just wanted to spend a couple of minutes to let you guys know where you can find some background music for your showreels. I particularly like Jamendo.com because I found it really easy to make sure that I wasn't breaching any copyrights, and I also liked the way you can search for artists by country. So the way I've been going about doing that is popping over to the search, and as soon as you click into the search box you get a little quick list by genre, instruments and mood. I'm just going to go ahead and choose a bit of house music. If you go to the advanced search and change the licenses to attribution, that filters it for tracks that we can use for free, providing we give credit to the artist that created it. So typically in our case that's on the bottom of the showreel or somewhere on the showreel, a link back to the site where we got the music from and the artist name. I'm just going to filter this down for the UK as well. Okay, so you may have noticed it just then actually. If I scroll down a little, on some of the tracks there's still a shopping basket with a means of purchasing a commercial license. I haven't been using any of those tracks, I just stick to ones that don't have it. It's nice and handy that you can preview the track straight from here in the main list, and I'll do that in a moment or two because I don't want it playing over the top of me speaking. The other thing I quite like about the little player that pops up, and you'll see it in a minute, is you can kind of just skip around inside the track and get a quick vibe on whether you think it's the style of music that will suit. So I kind of like that sound, and I'm going to be using that in my showreel. So all we need to do is, if we hit on the download button there, and we just want to make sure that in this information box here that it's telling us that we can copy, distribute and advertise and play as long as we give credit to the artist. And that's exactly what we need. Just hit on the free download and we're good to go. Okay, before we get into the crux of creating the showreel, just a quick note about choosing photos or images. Bear in mind that these videos are going to be shown on the truck and it's using 50-inch screens, so it's really important to use a higher resolution or a higher quality image as you've got. Now, to bring your images in, we just need to click here. I've got a selection that I'm going to use. I left click on the top one. Whilst holding shift, I'm going to click the bottom one, and we can just bring them all into Movie Maker at the same time. Now when they're imported, by default each photo will be shown in the movie for a duration, as we can see there, for 7 seconds, and it's just the entire photo, but we want to make it a little bit fancier than that. So if I select my first photo, just left click and go to animations, we've got some camera pan and zoom options here. You can see there we can apply various effects to the image. I think for this one I'm going to use, let's do a zoom in towards Leon there. So I just need to click there and we can have a little look at how that's going for us. So that's cool, and you just go through each photo in turn looking for an effect that suits. Okay, so once you've gone through each of your photos and picked out a pan and zoom that suits, the next thing that we need to do is just increase the duration of how long the photo will remain on screen. So if I go back to home, and I'm just going to click the first one and whilst holding shift click each of the others so they're all selected, and I can then go to edit, and here we can see the duration. So I'm going to change that from 7 seconds to 10. So nice and easy on the maths. We've got 6 images, we want a 60-second show reel, so 10 seconds an image. Now the next thing that we'll want to do is we don't want to have one photo just immediately being replaced by another, and I'm just kind of grabbing that timeline there just to move towards the end of that photo, and if I hit play you can see that just jumps from one picture to the other. But what I want to do is we're going to have a little transition between each photograph, and I'll just show you how that works in a second rather than describe it. And again, I'm just clicking the first or the second photo, and then for each of the subsequent photos, whilst holding shift, I'm just left clicking. There's no need to do it on the first photo. And if we go back to animations, we've got these transitions that we can apply, and again if you just hover over, it'll give you an idea of the kind of effect that you can apply. If we go there, we can see there's a variety of others, and just see which one takes your fancy. So I'm just going to go with that reveal, and that's now being put in place between each of those photos. And again, if I grab my little timeline and I hit play now, we can just see the reveal working. So the next thing I want to do is to add some titles or captions to the video. So before I do that, I just want to click and hold and just drag that timeline right back to the beginning of the video. If we go into home and then captions, so we're just going to add some text that will be overlaid on top of the video. So I'm going to put jonestestshowreel.com there because I want that to appear at the top of the screen, and I'm just hitting return a few times. Just place it near the top. Looks too far, so if I just press backspace and go back one line and backspace again, that should be okay. So at the bottom of the screen I want the artist's name, type of creativity, and if we've used any background music, I just want to give credit to the artist that produced it. Okay, and I think rather than the text being centered, I'm going to align it to the left, and if I just move to the edge of that box and just click, hold and drag and just pull that right to the left hand side, and I think just neaten that up rather than the music by and then the next piece of information relating to music being underneath. I'm just going to position the cursor there and hit enter and just bring it all onto one line. The next thing I want to do is I want to start that caption 1 second into the video, and we want it to go on for 59 seconds, giving us the 60. And the reason that I want to just start it off a second into the video is that when your show reel gets displayed on the home page of the website automatically puts some information about your show reel on top of the video, and if you have text on the video showing through as well, it can look a little bit messy. So I think it's just much tidier viewing for visitors when they're browsing the home page of the website. Another thing I'd suggest doing is we go to an outline for that text, and I just want to put a narrow outline and an outline colour of black. It just makes the text a little bit easier to read, particularly if there's a very white background in the images that you're using. So now we're ready to add our music. So we head back over to Home and add music. Music from PC. And I've got a track ready here that I'm going to use. And we can see in Movie Maker the way it displays a piece of music is this green bar. And I just need to make a couple of small adjustments to it here under the options. And I don't want the music coming in at full volume, and I don't want the showreel to end at full volume, so we're going to fade in, slow fade in at the beginning, and again slow fade out to the end. And I also need to set the music to be the same duration as the showreel, so I'm going to set this to 60 seconds. And that's it for our music options. So the only thing left to do now is go back to Home and save our movie. And the option we want from here is for high definition displays. Let's give it a name. And when Movie Maker's finished working its magic, we can upload our video to Vimeo, YouTube, or wherever you'd like. Well, that's it for the tutorial, guys. Hopefully I've explained things clearly enough, and you know all you need now to go and create your own showreels.